Okay, we need to do better than this right now. This week, right now, we're doing better. So this week we are not racing against the clock, which is amazing. And frankly, I kind of want to address like what the heck last week even was, because if you're a person that's been following me for any stretch of time, last week's vlog was, shall we say, different than the usual quality of work that I tend to put out. There's no color correction, no audio adjustments. I think at one point I literally forgot to leave the sound on one of the clips. So that's like all of the oopses. And if I would qualify myself as a filmmaker, usually all of those little attention to detail pieces are things that just don't get past me. However, all of that in mind, I want to explain why I still think last week's vlog was successful. Last week's vlog went out by 5 p.m. It was shot in 3 different locations and it was at least 5 minutes long. So that's why I am super pumped to have made last week's vlog, technical errors notwithstanding. So this week, I kind of want to explain why the heck I'm even doing these vlogs. Like, goodness, I just kind of showed up one day and was like, I'm gonna pay people money if I don't make videos. So I want to clarify that. This 12 weekly vlog process comes from the fact that I am working really hard to carve out time for my personal, professional, and creative development over the next 3 months. For the first quarter of this year, I'm working really hard to expand my comfort zones on all 3 of those different fronts. And these vlogs are my catalyst for documenting all of that. Some people in my communities will write 90-day letters to themselves, but essentially I'm just like writing my letter bit by bit, week over week, and I get to track the tangible changes. Today in particular, I want to talk about why this is so important to me. I gotta take you back to a day in my first year of university. I need you to picture this. This is Humber College's residence. My room was literally like 6 feet by 8 feet. It was a shoebox, and I'm like a 6'5" guy, so I'm just sitting there on my bed doing my thing. At that point in time, I was working with about 3 different mentors. One I still work with today because he is a Sky mentor that wants nothing but the best for me, and he believes that I can do whatever I need. That is a person named Blake Flyshacker, and he is amazing. The following is a note from our sponsor, who is a future Ferg that's shooting this pickup because he needs to shout out some other very important mentors in his life, starting with Blake's business partner, Dave, who's been coaching us all in our little breakthrough academy that I'm a part of since Blake's been on paternity leave. Also, there's a collection of awesome homies that's like the people that call me kiddo, the people that know what we got you significance is, someone that likes to say hoya a lot, those kind of homies. Appreciate you all, and cheers. Get that one? There's another ref. There's a lot of inside jokes there. Sorry if you, we'll figure it out anyway. There are a couple other mentors that energetically were very different people than I am. That's neither a good thing nor a bad thing. It just means that in certain situations, we would tend to clash. At that point in time, when I was 18, and this is something that not a whole lot of people, especially in the photo and media-based communities, know, but I wanted to be a youth motivational speaker. But the feedback I kept on getting from those mentors is like, you don't have a message, you're young, like you need to wait, you need to be patient, you need to make your dues, to put your time in, all that different stuff. But I was still aggressively pursuing what I wanted to do. That culminated in a phone call, an aggressive phone call from one of these mentors one day, and my energy and my approach to all this was shredded. They essentially called me out saying I was too much. I was a nudge. My energy was chaotic. I was erratic to be around, and it was causing problems with them. And they essentially cut ties with me. I felt like I was being broken up with over the phone by someone I looked up to so much. There's a possibility that they're watching right now. I'm not trying to rehash bad blood so much as just like reflect on the fact that energy is so so important. And that's why I'm making these vlogs. This vlog is coming after years of my energy being attacked and me having to build it up and build structures around myself so that way I can now approach things like media, photography, videography, potentially coaching in a way that is calm, confident, collected, and positioned to help other people make those structures as well. That's my starting point. First year Ferg, doing his thing, university. Gets broken up with by some mentors and realizes, I'm 18 years old, I have no idea what the hell it takes to be a coach. And clearly, according to these folks, I don't have enough stories or life mileage to actually make this go. So I pivoted. I was like, fine, we need stories? Let's get some stories. Let's get some stories going. I'm down for stories. What am I gonna do stories? How am I gonna tell stories? What's going on here? And I picked up my camera and I went with it super, super hard. Now, what does that do? What does that do when you were just living for the story? It'll give you one hell of a novel to write one day, but what that does is it takes an impact and takes a toll on your soul, your energy, and the authentic self that you're trying to put out to the world. Photography gave me a huge, huge list of amazing, amazing stories, but it also put a big strain on a lot of relationships. I ended up having to compromise on myself, my own energy, my own feelings, my own ideas, my own boundaries, sometimes for the story. This essentially led to me being like washed up and decrepit in my last year of university, just like trying to get work, trying to get to that next story, trying to get to that next thing I could tell, that next movie, the next photo, the next opportunity. But I had like completely lost sight of what the heck I was even trying to do. I was trying to find stories and things and life experience so that way I could inspire other creatives to do awesome things, to follow their passions. So that way I could look back and talk to first year Ferg and tell him that there is a way to get through this. My epiphany is that it's so much easier to nurture your energy when you are surrounded by people that reflect the energy that aligns with yours. The people that I'm currently surrounded with aren't mentors that are gonna tell me, nah, we don't jive, you're being a nudge, you're being too much. These are people that tell me that I need to be putting myself out more, to be sharing my experiences, my passion. And that feels so good. It feels like I have a social safe space to actually talk about these important things and hopefully help nurture a next level of creative goodness. If you take anything away from this, if there's any value that I can possibly prompt you to be mindful of right now, is look within yourself when you're in situations where you're surrounded by other people, because your gut is a really, really, really good safety homing beacon. If you feel that feeling in your chest when you're around people that are talking about your energy in a way that is not necessarily aligned with how you see yourself or want to be seen, that's something to take note of. Sometimes it feels like butterflies, but those butterflies are telling you things, so pay attention to that gut. That sounds relevant to you. I would love to hear about it. Feel free to shoot me a DM with the word stories. We'll catch you next week.